live of the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. Welcome to ESPN College Football Prime Time in the 2014 Chick-fil-A kickoff game as part of Dick's Sporting Goods Kickoff Week for the Georgia Dome. And just moments ago, as Ole Miss, we'll hear plenty of hotty-toddy cheers from a mostly Ole Miss crowd here in Atlanta tonight. Much closer trip for the Rebel faithful than it is for Boise State. High expectations surrounding Hugh Freeze's team in his third year as a head coach, and plenty of expectations around quarterback Grant Hedrick and new coach Brian Harsin for Boise State. This has been the Nissan pregame rush. Boise State and Ole Miss in the Chick-fil-A kickoff game, opening night of the college football season. So glad to have you elected to receive, and that's how we'll get started in Atlanta tonight. Kick is going to drive Brian Douglas back. Douglas almost reaches the 20-yard line before he's pulled back. That's where the Broncos will put it in play. Grant Hedrick, the quarterback for Boise State, and Ajayi likes to bounce it to the outside, and it's successful. Ajayi's first carry will go for a first down. He's chased down by Kandichi, but not before Jay. On third down, Hedrick's pass is complete. Ajayi is absolutely drilled just as soon as he catches the ball. Sinquez Golson.
Third and short situations, red zone situations. It's where they struggled a year ago.
On third and short, again, a short pass. Core makes the grab, and a terrific open field tackle by Cleyshawn Page. And just as Ajayi got... Hedrick picked up 5. First shot down the field for either team, and Hedrick is right on target. Making the grab out there is Jake Rowe. I'd have 2 guys on Kandichi. Hedrick, Ajayi gets absolutely drilled. Keith Lewis, a senior from Tampa, has been able to mount a serious scoring threat. Wallace taking a shot down the field, and he's picked up. Jeremy Ioane undercutting Evan Ingram nicely, and Ioane, who didn't have an interception all of last year. Hedrick, Ajayi has some running room. Jay Ajayi into Ole Miss territory, inside the 30. And Ajayi with a big gain and a good run after the catch on the screen, and the Broncos are threatening.
On the ball.
Hedrick, play fake, getting rushed, still on his feet, throwing to the end zone, and intercepted in the end zone. Sinquez Golson. And Hedrick, frankly, probably just took 3 points off the board.
Yeah, this is one where Grant Hedrick...
This quick passing attack, they get it to him. If he can make those plays in the slot, make people miss.
Keep it on the ground this time. Wallace leaves it with Mathers. Mathers appeared to get up. A linebacker kicked out of the game. Other than that, it's gone along swimmingly. Wallace going to try to get a bunch of it, and he completes it out to Sanders. Sanders is hit hard. Another terrific tackle by Cleyshawn Page for the second time stopping.
Well, and here's what I'm seeing. There's a lot of talk coming.
Look at the quarterback.
4th down and 1, and they're going to go with the big fella at quarterback. That is Jeremy Liggins, a high school quarterback that they've moved to tight end. He's a between-mill snack away from being a tackle, and right here in front of us, Laquan Treadwell is mixing it up with Don. Ole Miss, instead of having it around the 45, they have it on the 30, and Bo Wallace throwing to a wide open man, and it's a touchdown for Ole Miss. It's Cody Core.
Scene, that time perfect for a touchdown.
A 9-play. Hedrick's going to run it himself. Looked as if he would make the first down yardage easily, but he was tripped up. I think he's still got it. Keith.
Opportunity right there.
Another tip ball, and it's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Johnson on the deflection. Kandichi was the one who batted it up, and Johnson sets up Ole Miss in great field position. Building when he played at Grayson High School. Makes a huge play. See if Bo Wallace takes a shot on first down. Looked as if he wanted to, but he'll dump it off underneath. Jalen Walton makes the catch. And he'll have enough of the first down.
I think you're exactly right. I think they did call.
Sitting back and catching is what Vince Sanders did to Page. And Wallace threw it into traffic, and he threw his second interception of the night. Tyler Gray. Just an absolute look of disbelief from Hugh Freeze and Boise State's. On 2nd and 6. Hedrick to Miller, and it's a first down as Boise State gets into Ole Miss territory.
But again, great job getting the ball. Hedrick looks spotty sometimes. Keep feeding him.
They're going to run the reverse. This is Shane Williams-Rhodes. He's got a lot of running room, and he got a great block inside the 15 before he's knocked out of bounds by Cody Pruitt. Now the Broncos are threatening.
See, you can.
Jai can't get to the outside, and Ole Miss stops him on 3rd down. Sinquez Golson, second time that a defensive back has gotten a team. Last year, he's going to try one from 25 yards out, so Boise State can salvage something, but that's a win for the Ole Miss defense.
Yeah. And really, this should be a 7-6 ball game because the last time.
But here's the problem. No vocal leadership on this sideline. We'll see if that's a problem as there's more adversity.
And Sambo trying to atone for it. Back shoulder throw to Laquan Treadwell. Treadwell gets into Boise State territory in a big play on the outside. And Dante Dion, the cornerback, just had to come off of Boise State. He was over where Treadwell is, and now they're throwing toward Treadwell. And it's incomplete. They tried to take advantage of Jonathan.
It's best to throw it deep down the field, but that means you got to hold the ball a little bit longer, and they're having all kind of problems blocking number 5.
But Hedrick's going to try it. Got a man out there, but picked off by Cody Pruitt. Pruitt running it back inside the 20, and both quarterbacks have had problems with turnovers, and the Rebels are really set up this time.
I know one thing. If you get man-to-man coverage up top on this guy right up here, Treadwell, you better throw it up.
Wallace firing to the end zone, and was it picked off? It was Darian Thompson with a diving interception in the end zone, and Wallace is intercepted for the 3rd time tonight. Yep, 3.
And honestly, I was thinking screen, quick throw.
I'm sure that hit hurt, but not as badly as it would have if Williams-Rhodes had dropped the ball, and he didn't. Hedrick firing to his tight end. Another big hit from the Rebels. This one delivered by Tony Connor. And 2nd and 14. Wallace to Walton underneath. Walton's got the first down and a little bit more. Walton getting up close to midfield before he's knocked down. A great pickup for Tyler, mostly defensive back, and he'll do the Wildcat quarterback. And as Ole Miss checks Jordan Wilkins into the lineup. Well, Wallace is going to run it, and he'll pick up the first down.
But at least, you know, you got 3 or 4.
Wilkins stays in there now. Wallace dancing around, throws it to Ingram underneath. Evan Ingram with a great move, and he'll have enough for the first down. What a nifty move by the time 3rd down, but now they need really less than 1. Wallace, I don't think he's going to get it. That ball was loose, but I thought he was down. Ben Weaver with the hit, returning leading tackler. Wallace got thrown out of that pile by Sam McCaffrey. It's 4th and 1. Bad snap. Kincaid's in a world of trouble. Can he get out of it? He cannot, and the Boise State Broncos stop Ole Miss again. Corey Bell there to make the play. The senior from Boise making the stop, and the Broncos. Hedrick firing it over the middle. Another terrific catch by Miller. And you see why this guy last year set a Boise State record. The target on one of the interceptions early that Hedrick threw too far to the middle of the field. It was way away from him. He really hasn't had a chance to make a catch tonight. Hedrick runs it on 3rd down. It's going to be 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Wallace firing it down the field. It's incomplete. He's trying to thread it in there.
I think they were on the outside looking in every single time in the BCS era.
Miller makes the grab and gets into Ole Miss territory, but winning games like this is how Boise State established itself as a brand.
But I think that they're going to both threat.
Ajayi breaks 1, 2, but not the 3rd tackle, and Ole Miss comes up with a stop. It's Keith Lewis again from his linebacker position, with a 43-yard field goal attempt. Putting to good into good ale. And we have a 1-point game. 37 yards rushing. Back to Wilkins. Wilkins straining, carrying the pile with him. Looked as if he was going to be stopped at the 45. He needed to get. Ole Miss needs 8. Wallace can take a shot as Boise State jumped, and Laquan Treadwell makes the grab over Moxie. Created a little separation, and that flag.
That back shoulder. Don't let him have that back shoulder throw. Very hard to defend.
We'll try it again. There's the throw again. Treadwell has it. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Sometimes you know it's coming, you can't do anything. Treadwell thought he could make his presence felt, and
he's starting to it.
Tight end. Got a little anxious on second down. It's now 2nd and 17. Hedrick with plenty of time, and he throws it. It's picked off by Tony Connor. He was going for Miller, and Connor was able to get in front and make a great play. It is the 4th interception of the night.
A little bit of a bigger body to run the football.
Wallace down the seam. He's got Adebojo inside the 10. Adebojo into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
See, here's what I like about this, guys. Team and Ole Miss with a little breathing room.
21-6 now is
that we need to play at a high level.
On 3rd and 4, Hedrick's in a world of trouble. Needed to get forward, and he lost maybe, I don't know, 14 or so.
Last year, even though he had 72 catches, he only averaged 8 yards per catch.
And right on cue, Cody Core is loose in the Boise State secondary, and he may go again. Goodbye. 2nd touchdown of the night, and this one's over. 76 yards, Wallace to Core, and he's over 100 yards receiving, and the Rebels are turning this into a rout in the 4th quarter.
Well, how about the turns in him? And he has been right on the mark here the entire second half.
The universe is all about balance. Wallace threw 3 interceptions in the first half.
As well as he has, that says something about the young man.
It does, but you know what? I still think for him to go to the next level and to take Ole Miss to the next level, which is what they all want to do, he's got to clean that up.
Some golf swings and tried to fix some of Bo's mechanics, things that were putting strains on his shoulder. And Bo said that was a huge deal in terms of some of the pre-care.
The football over and make mistakes. That's what's different to me.
I did that game, and I think the other thing that stands out as a difference, that offensive line that they had then was much further along than this offensive line. And they finished with 5 losses. I don't see this as necessarily being a 5-loss team, particularly in their league.
Williams Rhodes needed to make sure he got upfield, and he did. He got the first down. The crowd reacting to the late body slam. Has it impacted your feeling on whether Ole Miss can contend in the SEC West as Hedrick throws underneath and Boise State's going to get into the end zone? Ajayi scoring. Can Ole Miss be a contender in the SEC West?
I think their offense has to be a lot better. You know, they've only run for 47 yards tonight against Boise State. Yeah, Bo Wallace's teams in that league, taking care of the football, better touchdown to interception ratio. I think defensively, I do think they can compete. Offensively, I think they still have a way.
Boise State has poured a ton of money into its facilities, sort of underscoring the point we were making earlier about programs being different, not necessarily just defined by which conference they play in. Dodson making the catch out of the backfield. Ole Miss will get the first, but that bowl game last year, Louisville slapped around Miami a little bit. Steve Caines rise up as Dodson gets inside the 20.
When you get stomped out like that, you don't forget it. There's no way they forgot.
Well, it was 3rd in the SEC in yards after the catch a season ago. The Core had a bunch of them on that long run, and Dodson's running his way into the end zone. And it appears that the Broncos fought valiantly for a while, but now they're just flat worn out.
You know, and I think Brian Harsin called timeout before that play to maybe get his team quarter.
Well, it's nice too when you don't turn the ball over and you can actually run plays, because that's what your offense.
You're not first and 15 every possession.
Still serve is. He got kicked out in the first half.
Yeah,
So
I'm saying he got booted early, so they had 2 linebackers that served a 1-game suspension already.
On 4th and 28, Ajayi is going to come up about 11 or 12 yards short of the first down, and a couple of very manageable games before they welcome in Alabama. Hugh Freeze wanted something to confirm the belief. Admitted that losing this game could have been damaging to the psyche. He won't have to worry about that, as Ole Miss closed the deal in strong fashion in Brian Harson's first game as the head coach of Boise State. Will result in a loss. There will be plenty more wins for both of those gentlemen, both former Arkansas State coaches, casting their lots now with the Broncos and the Rebels, and the clock strikes.